Apologise for the technical issues coming back from the half-time break there. Should be rolling now. You haven't missed much, aside from Preston corner that resulted in a bit of goal line controversy there. Preston players and bench convinced the ball was over the line. Officiating team didn't agree. So it stays at 1-1. Coming out of half-time. Yamagishi beating his man. Doesn't quite fall for Davies. We had James Poole at the halftime break predict that Chris Davies would come off the bench and get on the score sheet. And he's already on the pitch. Halftime substitution made by Louis Yatsevsky. And Terence Carter going to the bench after a tiring and frustrating spell for him up front. Number 77, the top scorer for the Preston Lions, Chris Davies, taking his place. Berishevic incredulous at the foul call. This broadcast proudly brought to you by Nick Soklev and the Northern Motor Group, driving Melbourne's North, and proudly presenting this live stream of Melbourne City versus Preston Lions. Preston winning the throw deep in opposition territory. They've come out of the blocks fast in this second half after a long spell on the back foot. That one's turned over from Perchevsky though. For Layden. For Adis, who equalised for City in the first half. He tries to turn provider. And it was a free header for Max Caputo. A breakdown in the centre of defence there. A glorious opportunity for City to take the lead goes begging. Roos. Brought down. And surely a booking for Verladen. Looks like it's just going to be a talking to. Jordy Verladen pretty lucky to get away with that one. Cynical foul. Mosky laying the challenge. Applause from the bench for substitute Robert Naumovsky. And after making 2 changes already, Preston are already preparing a third. Bradley Blumenthal going through his last preparations before being injected into this game. Meanwhile, it's Ryu Yamagishi Centering for Davies to shoot. Comfortably saved in the end. Too close to the hands of James Nieuwenhuizen in the City goal. Meanwhile, Pachevski's got a bit of defending to do here. It's going to be a corner and no foul against Max Caputo despite the trip on Pachevski, perhaps taking place just after the ball went out of play. And Robert Stambolziev goes to the bench. Brad Blumenthal, the lightning quick number 9, who opened his Preston account about a month ago at home against the North Sunshine Eagles. We're hoping for a similar impact. Chente Yamagishi was thundering in, but the ball went nowhere. Here comes Blumenthal. Straight off the bench. Roos picking up the pieces at the back stick. Berishevic keeping it alive. It's now Moski. One's half volleyed into the 6-yard box, but it's an easy claim for Nieuwenhuizen. Grimaldi. It's a long-range effort. Very ambitious. Alex Meneleu unleashing from well behind the halfway line, trying to emulate a bit of Patrick Schick, I think. Takes something pretty special to beat Matthew Symes from that kind of range. Meanwhile, it's Adis trying to craft a higher percentage opportunity, but now Moski has robbed it from him. Real muddy patch over just beyond the halfway line there, but it breaks out to Preston. And Chris Davies holds two hands up in apologies for attempting a much more elaborate pass than the situation demanded. Leviticos. Good layoff from Davies for Blumenthal. Lost his footing, but squared it for Lockie Roos. Just over the crossbar off that left boot. This is really positive play from Preston since they've come out from halftime. Claps and shouts of encouragement from the bench from Louis Artsevski. The ambition, the directness of the play has really given the City defence something to think about. Caputo winning the flick on. Berishevic clearing. Looks like City have reversed their fullbacks going into the second half. Lachente coming on to this near left-hand side. For Layden. Meneleu. Chente stepping inside onto his favoured right foot. That one's blocked. City have a throw in. Davies with excellent bit of hold-up play. Roos beat the first man, but couldn't step around the second. Free header for Benji Leviticos. Blumenthal felt he was fouled. Now Lucas Burns with the step over. And Ryu Yamagishi chasing him all the way back to the byline. Sending that one out for a corner. Unorthodox delivery right to the edge of the area. Difficult to get a header on target from there. Try as Lucas Burns might. Now Mosky. Roos. Cycled across the back line by Symes and Percheski. And now Berishevic has a little bit of space to look up and assess his options. Chris Davies has his pocket picked by Geordie Verladen. Grimaldi trying to combine with Manib Adis. And we'll see a change for Melbourne City. Coming off number 19, Max Caputo. And coming on, number 36, Jacob Herbert. It's in fact their second change. They made one at the break that escaped my attention. Charbel Shamoun, the left back, coming off. Daniel Lachente moving across from right to left, and Kode Kadur coming on the far side, the number 29. And a bit of a discussion to be had with the Melbourne City bench here. The head coach was spouting off at the fourth official just inside my earshot a moment ago. So referee trying to avoid further disciplinary action. As emphatically signalled by the assistant on the near side, that's going to be a Preston ball. Real flourish with the flag there. Not sure if you caught that on the stream. Worked the play well here, Preston. It's flicked on by Roos. Blumenthal at the back stick. Can't quite get there ahead of Daniel Lucente. It was really well worked across the back line to get Karl Berishevic free, who's had some joy going forward in the opening of the second half here. Oh, a lovely little back heel. The touch from Roos was exquisite. The cross didn't quite match. Appeals for a free kick. No advantage accruing and will be pulled back. Berishevic sending that one back with interest. Bit of gamesmanship from young Carlos on the far side there. Doesn't mind a bit of the proverbial S-housery, does Kay Berishevic, who went in late there and gave away a free kick in a promising position. Burns on free kick duties. That one's too deep for Alec Mills to get a bounce on. After that early surge of energy in the second half, Preston have to rally. As James Poole told you at the break, it is extremely tiring chasing these City boys around all afternoon as they recycle the ball time and again. That's a good pass from Davies. Blumenthal heads it centrally. The spectacular from Roos, but it's blocked. Acrobatic stuff from the number 6. That would have been a goal to savour, a goal to add to his ever-expanding collection of Preston Lions wonder strikes. Got up so acrobatically and so easily there. Gee, you wouldn't know that he suffered such a devastating injury in round 1 2020, would you? Here he comes again, Lockie the Bomb. Picking out Davies perfectly, and now there's numbers arriving. Just needs to find a teammate here as he was crowded by City defenders, and combination of Grimaldi and Adis did enough to put Chris Davies off. Vitikos was surely fouled there. Play goes on. Probably didn't make a big enough deal out of it to get the attention of the referee, Benji Levitikos. Never one to make too much of a fuss about the physical stuff. Benji the Jet, as they call him. Wearing the captain's armband today. Trying to lead by example. Sun in the faces of these players assembling for the corner. Yamagishi couldn't help it on. It's Lucas Burns feeding the 1-2 to Grimaldi. Opportunity to cross here. Really no one arriving, and after the withdrawal of Max Caputo, Melbourne City perhaps lack a 6-yard box presence. A target man up there. Seen little of Herbert so far. That's a beautiful touch from Matty Kandari. Davies forced wide on this slippery surface. Seen a few players lose their grip at the wrong moment. That's a searching ball for Leviticos. Headed on to Blumenthal, the back heel. Again, a player, this time Benji Leviticos, loses his footing at precisely the wrong moment. Switched by Roos and brought down by Ryu Yamagishi. The shimmy, the cross. It's headed skywards. Now Mosky trying to pick it out. Needed to get his timing inch perfect there, and it wasn't quite on the money, dropping out of the sunny sky here in Melbourne southeast. Leviticos collected by Grimaldi. Play goes on. Referee taking a laissez-faire approach to this second 45. And a double change being prepared. The long-awaited return of Big H, James Harron. Central defender who is a real threat off attacking set pieces. Coming on with him will be Nathan the Bull Talevski, who assisted that famous James Poole winner 2 weeks ago. Leviticos on the overlap. Misses the targets assembled in the penalty area. Now Mosky. Exchanging passes with Ryo Yamagishi. It's Davies! Right place, right time. Christopher Davies has done it again. Off the bench and onto the score sheet. And Preston Lions take a second half lead. It's 2-1. Precisely as James Poole predicted at halftime. It is number 77, C. Davies, with the simplest of finishes from all of 2 meters. Superb lead-up play by Rob Naumosky and Ryu Yamagishi. The delivery was inch perfect. It's a goal straight off the training park to delight Louis Atsevsky. And now we will get that double change. Kandari off, Talevski on. And Jamie Perchevsky will be replaced by number 3, Big James Harron. Excellent shift from both players. Particularly Kandari, who got us underway with that wonder strike in the opening 2 minutes. Put in serious hard yards in midfield thereafter. Grimaldi jinking past Roos. Past wrong foots. The intended target of Verladen, but a fullback is there to sweep up. Now, Lucas Burns, the slippery number 10, who's already set up a goal this afternoon, wins the throw in the far corner. Appeals for handball. But Preston win it back anyway. And it's a quick break on here for the speedy Brad Blumenthal! Oh, what a strike! What a wonder strike! To send Preston bench and players absolutely wild. Brad Blumenthal put some violence on that one. My goodness, he couldn't have hit it better. And you've been treated to 2 wonder strikes for the price of 1 this afternoon. As Preston Lions flex their muscles and show the quality in this first team squad. It is 3-1 to the league leaders. I hope you had as good an angle as I did on that Brad Blumenthal goal. The man from South Africa with a hit that the Bafana would be proud of. Symes will take his time over this goal kick. Davies using his body expertly. It's over the top from Talevski to find Ryu Yamagishi. Shimmies one way, then the other again, but delivery off the left foot wasn't quite there. Here's now Mofsky popping up in the box again. He's made those terrific runs into that inside left pocket. That's where Preston's second goal came from. But now Herbert springs away for City. Needs numbers, and he'll find them in Lucas Burns, who gets underneath it. Benji Leviticos having a little trouble tracking down this ball to take this throw in. Finally, we're back underway. Sekalovsky back to Symes. Yamagishi around the corner. He's taken down. And the referee does use his whistle. It's the first time in a few minutes. Roos with the ball in. City needs something and they need it quickly. This Preston Lions team is only growing in confidence. Whistle does go for an offside against Chris Davies. Blumenthal going down under the challenge of Licente, and I can't quite believe his efforts haven't been rewarded. Benji the Jets. Talevsky felt he was brought down. But again, Sekalovsky reads the play like an open book. It's a bit of a loose pass, though. Lucky Roos lost his footing, and now Herbert is fast advancing. Talevsky winning it back. Anywhere will do from Benji Leviticos. Managed to keep that one in play very impressively. Gained so much ground there. delayed the City restart as a result. Silky stuff from Adis, but Noam Sekulovsky with the veteran manoeuvre. Grimaldi went down. Referee not remotely interested. And Burns will put the ball out. As his stricken teammate gathers his bearings. This broadcast made possible today, of course, by the Northern Motor Group in Bundoora, driving Melbourne's north. Big thank you to Nick Soklev and co. Big football lovers, supporters of the Preston Lions, and today's sponsors of the live broadcast. And we'll have a yellow card. Bit of canny time wasting going on, but Sekulovsky hoofs it back. Don't think City attacker quite got the memo that possession was being returned. Trying to press Preston centre half when he was doing his utmost to return the ball. Never mind. Sun going down here at Casey Fields. Evening chill starting to set in. Despite the winter cold here in Melbourne, this has been a second half performance to warm the heart of every Preston Lions fan out there. Goals of the highest quality. Two absolute thunderbolts, one from Matthew Kandari, another from Brad Blumenthal, sandwiching a brilliant team goal. Chris Davies, the beneficiary of some tidy build-up work from the entire midfield. Final combination from Naumoski. Finally, Harron restarts play. And referee has to stop it again to fulfill his paperwork obligations. Preston corner. Played short. And kept in opposition territory for as long as possible. Levitikos for Naumoski. And here he is, Benji Leviticos. A wild strike in the end. Yet to score this season, I believe. At least not in the league campaign. Not through lack of ambition from that right back role, but Benji Leviticos more often picking up an assist than finishing the play himself. It's been his opposite fullback in Karl Berishovic who's grabbed the goal scoring headlines. Tell you what, there will be quite a contest for goal of the year at this rate. 2 contenders today. Perhaps unsurpassed still is Karl Berishovic's ridiculous volley from 30 metres against Melbourne victory in round 2. Now we've got an injury stoppage. Lucky Roos pulling up a little short there. That's worrying for Preston, who've already had 1 injury so far this afternoon. Andrea Roksandich withdrawn quite early in the first half after pulling up with what looked to me like a groin strain. But another stoppage gives us an opportunity to thanks once again the Northern Motor Group. You wouldn't be watching without them. So if you're looking for a new vehicle, make sure you patronise Nick Soklev and NMG Bandura. Preston down to 10, but Roos re-enters the fray. Oh, that's a nasty one for Sekalovsky. Picking up a knock to the face. Play stopped immediately for the man they call Butka. Just a knock to the nose, I think, for Noam Sekalovsky. Has been a model of composure in the back line today for Preston. Now serving as their sponsorship manager off the field, so Butker's the man to talk to if you're keen to get involved. Blumenthal dealt with rather agriculturally by Alec Mills there. There'll be a few minutes of added time. I would imagine a couple of injury stoppages and a booking here or there for time wasting. So I'd be surprised if you see a 4 or a 5 on the fourth officials board in a moment. Now Mosky on the charge. That's dragged just wide. Now Mosky serving as part of the leadership team this year at Preston. He's certainly been a leader today, particularly in this second half. A lot of drive and purpose from the centre of midfield. Complete turnaround in the flow of possession and direction of attack in this second 45. A massive response. Is Herbert for City. Can't keep that one in play. And that is the final whistle. What a second half performance from the Preston Lions. Backs against the wall for long passages of the first. They kept their composure. They stepped up the intensity in the second 45. A couple of fantastic goals to seal a vital victory, extending Preston's lead at the top of the MPL 3 Victoria table. This is a marker of what this side is capable of. Goals from Matthew Kandari, Chris Davies, and a very special strike to round it off from Brad Blumenthal. Means that the final score here at Casey Fields is Melbourne City 1, Preston Lions 3. Thank you all for tuning in at home. We hope you can be back to watch your beloved Preston in person as soon as possible. But as we slowly emerge from lockdown, we hope this live stream has provided you with some entertainment from the comfort of your own home. And it's all thanks to Nick Soklev and the Northern Motor Group, who've made today's broadcast possible. I've been Josh Parrish on behalf of the Preston Lions and FNR Football Nation Radio. Make sure you tune in on Thursday night from 8 p.m. for the return of the Lions Den, live from the FNR studios. But until then, from me, it is goodbye for now.